Hello, everyone. It's me. Isn't that absolutely insane? I hope so. I hope so. I hope that's the thought process. Yeah. Hi, I'm Nabbed. Welcome to stream. We're playing Lawn Mowing Simulator today. Partly because I'm just trying to fill some time in the day, and I don't want to write my diary, and this was the alternative. Um, and I will be cutting the grass in real life tomorrow, and I didn't want to do it, then do that and then play the game. I'd rather do it on separate days. Is the thought process. So that's that really. Don't really have much else to say other than this might be the last lawn mowing simulator gameplay. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that definitively. Um, just that I sort of want. Um, We haven't played it that many times. Let's just check this. So if I just search lawn, so we did it stream 4, stream 153, and stream 193, and then today at stream 242. So we've played it very few times, but from the very beginning, and I do appreciate that. But there's only so much gameplay we can get out of it. We have a very iconic character born from it, is all, and I think we need to pay Lucas his respects here, and maybe call it quits from that point. So let's get it on. Let's get this up. Go. Let's have some fun. Let's do some Lucas stuff, you know? Lucas Fields, our favorite little guy. Our favorite, like, psychopath, you know? Plus, I have the Ancient Britain location pack, which has, like, Stonehenge and stuff. To optimizations, graphic option, they built this to save in progress contracts. Ah, okay. I also got the Dino Safari location pack. So that's pretty cool stuff, and I thought that was a nice thing to sort of end on. So we have that. We don't have the Heritage pack, which, yeah. But, yeah. Anyway, we eat grass limited. We've got our lovely guys. I think we're at the... are we at the max? So we're at Windsor Garage. Oh, okay, so we're not at the max yet. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Now, I think it's Abraham Wilson I really wanted to hire, but, we're at the maximum number of, guides we can have, possibly ever in the game, which is, that's fun. What is this? This is... Oh, it's just that that's the... That's eco. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that could be fun. We could do something nice and complicated, or we could do something pretty easy and standard. We want to get the most money out of it as we can. So first of all, let's send someone other than Lucasfields over there. We'll send Grayson Hill over there. With that. And whatever. Yep, he's over there. I think we might try and do the campsite. So in that case, we'll send Ethan Carr over with... Well, one of these is an eco... That's an yeah. Is that right? Let's set ourselves up on one first. We're gonna do this one, so let's make sure we can do that correctly. Confirm, and then we set Ethan Carr over here with that which remains. That should be alright. Okay. What fun. We're gonna really, grind, you know? We're gonna really grind. It's gonna be a true and real grind with Lucasfields. One of those classic Lucas adventures that we all know and love. And it's not that, it's not that I won't be playing more of this game. It's just that I won't be streaming more of it, probably. We've been here plenty of times. I don't know if we ever cut here before. Possibly not. Come on. Oh, we gotta do the check. Of course we do. 5 objects. There's 1. We've done plenty of object picking up over here as well. But 2. We know all the usual suspects. And just to make progress generally in the game, we probably will be picking up the, doing the trash collection ones where we can. Because it's just a lot easier, and I have a lot more fun doing that than the big old cuts. And since we have other people doing work for us, we still make a lot of money that way. I don't know how long the stream's gonna be, guys, but, we're gonna give this game the swan song it deserves for... We've been playing this game very irregularly, in terms of how often we've been playing it, but we've been playing it for the entirety of the streaming, so that's what, 3 years, more than 3 years. That's, you know, like 3 years, and so that's like 100, no, what? Yes, no, what? No, I can't count. 38 months. Where's this dumb final thing? It always comes down to the last thing. We'll find out. Maybe it's further down here. There it is. Okay. Hold Z, Z to start the engine. Here we go. Come on, Lucas. It's Lucasing time. We need a cut that is it wants us to probably do this for an hour, which I think is pretty damn insane. 6 to 7 centimeters. There we go. Let's get cutting, guys. Hell yeah. Let's turn it down a little bit. Good enough. We want a nice, quiet experience here. There we go. You see that's nice, and we're just having a pleasurable time, you know. Where's Lucasing? There's no shame in Lucasing. Well, unless you destroy the flowers, which he's been known to. Like that. That's the Lucas style. How dare you, Lucas? How dare you? How could you? How could you do that, Lucas? Look at all that percentage we're already getting through. Will I actually mow the lawn tomorrow? Maybe. But for now, we're doing it virtually, like good gamers should do. These are a little bit complicated spots. But we're doing it. We're managing. We're managing. Let's get around here. Let's reverse through here. Then we'll turn. We'll get all of it nice and bordered. I wonder whether we'll play the second game at any point in our future. Maybe just for some fun. Let Lucasfields have a legacy, you know? But then again, we don't want him to have to start from scratch. So I don't know. We're probably not going about this in the most sensible way. I wonder how I'm gonna cut the grass tomorrow. What kind of organizational technique I'm gonna use. But yeah, I'll probably end up so I've got a list of the games I'm trying at 100% this year on Steam. This isn't one of them. Oh yes, oh yes. Well, you see, this is like this game has a really dear place in my heart in terms of streaming, because we played this during the 4th stream we ever did. And we got Lucas Fields. He's just from those early days, one of the most iconic characters I've created. He's just such a psychopath. It's great. I love him. But yes, I'm doing well. I was bored, and I'm actually going to be cutting grass tomorrow. So I figured instead of instead of cutting the grass uh and then playing a game about cutting grass, I might just do this now. Yeah, we love Lucas Fields. He's such a great guy. He's like, oh, I love him. I love him. What a guy. Uh, he is. Yeah, yeah. He well, you see, well, it's hard to. I mean, he's so. He's in charge of this. Oh, he destroyed a flower. Lucas! Back to your old tricks, I see. It's things like that. He's very sort of, he wants to just kind of destroy all of nature, you see. So, he's doing the socially acceptable thing, and he's on a lawnmower. He's doing the job that, the regular folk want from a guy like him. But really, he wants more. And I built him a house on The Sims 4, and we just got rid of all life from it. We concreted up the plots, the lots, and yeah, what a guy, what a guy. Ah, I love Lucas. There's some theories about why. There was at some point a theory that he is the Grinch, but it's just from the Grinch only looks like that because he's covered in grass. There's also a theory. There was a theory that grass killed his parents or something, and that's why he's so salty about it. But no, he's just a chill guy, really. He just doesn't like anything living. Um, you know, love him. What a guy. What a guy. Um, yeah, I mean, early steps. Maybe he's got plans to step it up at some point. I don't know. Well, I don't know. He seems pretty he's got plans. He's he seems pretty content riding there on the lawnmower. Ah, look at him. There's also a little bit of a mystery. Well, not a mystery as such, but essentially the company is. Does it say it anywhere? Um, well, essentially the company is called We Eat Grass Limited, and there's a question: who is we, and is it a metaphor? Is Lucas actually eating the grass? Uh, exactly, yeah. Is he eating it, or is it just kind of like, is that just a promotional thing? Who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't. Uh, Okay, let's go through here. Um, we'll get back to you guys. We'll get every last blade of grass. We must. It's our job. Um, I did. Yeah. What's your point? It's so funny to me that the only reason we played this game the first time was because Genshin Impact wasn't working. They were like, ah, you know what? We'll play something else. I know. I know what we'll play. I know what we'll play. We'll play Lawn Mowing Simulator. Ah, yes, 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 yes. I got this free on Epic. I have since purchased it with my own money, um, on Steam, so I can get the sweet, sweet Steam achievement noise. And yes, that is sort of a problem. But it's a problem that I accept. I accept it as a problem and I embrace it. Okay, here we go. More grass to kill. Here we go. Here we go. Oh wait, I mean, there are... He's clearly sort of settling here, because if he really, really wanted to kill the grass, cutting it isn't the way to sort of end it. If he wants to make real progress, he needs to get some acid or whatever the thing that is in... Well, okay, yeah, I guess, is this torture? Maybe that's how he views it. You never know. You never know with Lucas. He's an icon. That's what he is. He knows what he's doing, I'm sure. It's just that that's not for us to say. He's on his own journey with these things. Cut, cut, cut. Yeah. Gotta love Lucas. I'm looking forward to when I start Metopia, because I'm gonna have a wheel of characters, and that's how we'll determine when people come up. And I'm looking forward to potentially having Lucas as one that comes up. That'll be beautiful. We need more Lucas representation in the lore. There's not enough of them. There's only 2 Lucases. There must be more. There must be. It must be done. I think there's only 2. Maybe I'm forgetting a Lucas. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you see, him and the Sims 4 version, they're very different. They're very different specimens. They can't coexist. It's impossible. There must be different Lucases. Right. Let's get this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But there is proof that he has his exceptions, Lucas, because he has 2 employees who do quite a lot of the heavy lifting. Grayson Hill and Ethan Carr, I believe. Which they all have like nouns for their surnames, and I love that. Um, But there was another guy I wanted to employ, but the game doesn't want me to employ 4 people, and it's really sad. Um, Sad times. How so? Ah, I see, I see, I see. Yeah, exactly. Been making loads of money. Everyone wants their grass cut by Lucas's company. It's it's a blessing, honestly. I'm sure that's how everyone sees it. Didn't realize how wonderful this electric lawnmower was. It's it's doing a pretty marvelous job here. Let's go back. Let's finish off this. We haven't streamed this game that many times, but it has been over the course of over 3 years, which is crazy. I think I looked at it earlier in the stream. It's like it was stream 4 and then stream like 150 and then 190, and now we're at 242. So, you know, cutting grass, it's something you don't need to do every day, you know. It's an occasional thing that you gotta do. You gotta log on to your Steam account, cut some grass. That's how we do it. Gamers unite. I'm touching grass with my screen. They do want their grass eaten, that's true. Yes. It's gonna be a shame, because I'm sort of one of the issues I sort of come across with streaming and the way that I stream is that I sort of don't allow myself to do many of the things. Like, I don't play the games that I stream off stream often, and I did try to play this off stream once, and to be fair, it probably is more pleasurable on stream. But I think I just need to sort of cut ties with it so I can finish it, so it can be done. So this will probably be Lucas's, as the stream title suggests. Though not definitively, it's just, at the moment, I'm sort of thinking we'll probably cut it there. Don't know for sure. There should be, I think there should be a command. There might be something saying what the command is somewhere. That a thing? Add quote? I have no idea. Okay, hell yeah. I have no idea what quotes are on there. It's been used so rarely that there's just some random stuff that's, I guess. Right, I'm gonna go across here, actually. We'll start up here. I probably missed some stuff. But we're making good progress. We've done a pretty good cut so far. But we're gonna... yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cut all this grass. Yeah, we haven't cut through here yet. Let's see my percentage increase as we go. Good stuff. Lovely number go up. Hell yeah! Okay. Now, what is Old Spice? Oh, that okay. I see. I see. Yeah. Right. Okay. 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 Um. All right. Have a good day. I'm gonna be cutting grass. Have we covered this? Ah, there we are. Okay. All right. More grass to cut. More land for Lucas to conquer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Murdering grass. Yeah. Woo! My favorite pastime. We're a third of the way there. We're over a third of the way there, in fact. I overshot that a little bit. Let's just get this bit done. Or at least cleared up a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Hell yeah. Um, Alright. Grass, grass, grass. Murder, 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 murder. It's a bad day to be grass right now. I guess the characters I always go back to, um, I do love Lucas. Lucas is iconic. Then I always seem to go back to the group that we sacrificed in Goat Simulator. That's quite an iconic set of characters. Have those. I have all of the characters described on The Sims. I guess then beyond that, with some. I mean. Characters we've made that are iconic. I guess the wouldn't say the Minecraft guy is that iconic. He's just kind of there. He's a character. He's an important character, but he's just kind of me. He doesn't have any unique personality, really. Lucas has plenty of personality going on. let's just finish this area off now that I've kind of cut it off. He has personality to spare, you know. I guess, what other contenders do we really have? Flavius, I do like Flavius, but I don't know how much credit I really get for Flavius. Not much, really. Um, um, hmm. Hector? Hector's in The Sims. I guess Hector is kind of... he's fun. He's a guy. He's got something about him. He's like hands-on. He's quite handy. He's just kind of the Stardew character, though. He's just a farmer. There's kind of, you know, he's... I guess I can give myself a little bit more credit for that than maybe Flavius. There's a bit more choice for how to go about it. Like, he has good taste. He went for Shane. That is excellent taste. Yeah, okay. Maybe I can make a good argument for Hector. He's already on The Sims, though. I'm sort of looking for a few more characters to add to The Sims. Before we start it all up in Stream 251, we're actually getting started with all that. We've got, I think their name's like Liliana Flynn. That's the character we're starting with in The Sims. We've also got Adrian, the Minecraft character, over there. We've got Cave Johnson. Of course, naturally, natural choice. I even made the Octodad family. Yeah, maybe we don't need any more. One thing I'm sort of thinking of doing in the lore stream coming up is to start notes for the to start thinking about the map of Skylands. You destroyed some flowers, Lucas. What are you doing? What are you doing? How could you do this, Lucas? Honestly. Ugh. It'd be nice just to add maybe one more group. Maybe we could add like Bill Benson and Ben Bilson, and they could have a dog. They could have Archibald as a dog or something. But the more we add, the more we're likely to just not see anything of when we actually come to interact with these characters. Because how many of these characters we're actually going to see, and how many of them are going to just live and die without us noticing, which sounds incredibly morbid, but it's what might happen. You know, that's just how it might go. So maybe I don't want to add. That's why I could just make every character on The Sims relatively easily. I'm just being slightly cautious. We can add more later. We can always add more as we progress through. So that we don't just make loads and they all die. We don't want that, you see. Like, we could make lots of the Red Dead characters, we could make lots of the Stardew characters. But they all just die. We want them to have any kind of role. If we want them to hear at all, really, we're gonna have to wait. So I suppose we could add like a couple Red Dead characters, a couple Stardew characters, something like that. Plenty of things we could do, but I kind of like that Ben Bilson and Archibald and Bill Benson idea. That's quite niche characters to be adding to the Sims. Let's gotta work out how to make the Sims characters kind of look like Minecraft villagers in a non-demented sort of way. Because we've got like Captain Olimar and Louie, not Ochi. Maybe Ochi will eventually. Ren and Ochi might have an appearance at some point, but oh, I do like Ren. Ren's pretty cool. But we won't be seeing any more footage of Ren Prime. Well, we don't know if they're Ren Prime, I suppose, but it's no harm in calling them that, really. We'll know what I'm talking about. But we will be maybe... I think we'll probably be making a... maybe a Leafling style character for the No Death run. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it could be Ren, it's just Leafling Ren. Plenty we can do. There's so many things I want to do, eventually, what we're streaming. So many possibilities. There's just a lot to do. Lots to finish up, and then it's about working out the order that we're doing all those things in. Like, I don't want to start things too early and disregard other things. Like, I am really interested in the idea of doing the modded Minecraft with the same seeds as our other thing, and just seeing sort of things that are similar, things that are different, by doing that. I think that was Chaos's idea, I think, but I really like it, and I very much plan to see to it. At some point, but then that's about coming up with what mods to have, and what mods complement each other, how wild to go with it, then what the aim is, what the end goal is to do with those mods. The start of Lucas, what? Lucas, come on. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about, you know? A lot of things to think about. And then we'll be, oh, he destroyed a flower. It's travesty. Travesty. He gets fined for that, but he just loves the thrill. He once tried to, like, cut open a guy's car, but unfortunately the game doesn't let you do that, so Lucas fails to achieve his goal. Well, I guess he must have. He must have. I guess we must be thankful that this is the lengths. This is how far Lucas goes. He doesn't go any further, you know. He could. He could. But he hasn't. Not yet. Not that we know of. Not that we're aware of. No, we've got the Skylanders. I have the Skylanders ready for the Skylanders Giant Nuzlocke. Once we do that, then we're back to Pikmin 2. Once we finish Pikmin, of course, we've got to do that. That was a really long stream. That was a really long stream on Saturday. Quite a time. But I'm happy with how it went. Oh my god. I didn't dehydrate, thank you. And so essentially, it's a Skylanders Nuzlocke, so you get. But I've added my own sort of thoughts to how I'm gonna do it, and I already done the first run with the first game, and we've beaten that. So essentially, this is the Toys to Life thing. So you get 8 figures, 8 Skylanders, and if they die, essentially generally if they die, then until you get to the next level, they're out of commission. But then they're back after that. Basically, it's just like a Nuzlocke in the sense that if they're dead until you beat the game. Like, and then, well, they're still dead when you beat the game, but you've beaten the game. You've managed to do it with however many survived. So it's a Nuzlocke in that sense. But you start with 8. One of each. Well, you don't. It doesn't have to be 8, but 8's what I'm doing certainly. And you're left. You've just got to beat the game with those, and if they all die, you got to start again, which I indeed had to do, right at the final boss, which was a little bit annoying, but it gave me the chance to play the game all over again. So I can't complain too much. It is it's an experience I do very much enjoy. So it's not a complaint. Yeah, but it's gonna be harder from here on out because the second game, Skylanders Giants, has a harder difficulty. So we're more likely to have to take multiple goes. The issue being that I don't really want to reset any of the Skylanders that we've carried over from this run to from the previous run to the new one. So I might have to do some more acquiring of figurines to do that. But we'll see. You have holy pants. They're blessed. Where are we? Here we are. Okay, we're at a good amount of percentage. We're almost at 70. Cutting all the grass. Hopefully we get to a good amount. We might as well get to the 99.9% or whatever they want from us. Since we've gone this far, wasn't sure we were going to get this far into this cut, but we've done well. I'm going to get a lot of money for doing this. Let's finish up this. I did a presentation today. Very, well, it was worth something, for my grades. What a fun thing to do, you know, what a beautiful activity to experience. All over now. Don't have to do that again. I'm glad. That was, you know, it's not something I really wanted to do. It wasn't something that I bemoaned too much either. It was just a little bit of a stress. But it's over now. No need to worry anymore about it. And now it's just write 4,000 words and then do an exam. Yippee. What glorious activities I must participate in. The life of, how many pages? I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea. I have no sense. Let me, maybe, like 5, 6, something like that. Not really sure. I have no sense. That could be wildly wrong. But once I've done that, that's all of the essays I need to write. At least all the ones I need to type up. There's an essay in an exam. But that's kind of just in the moment. I don't need to think about it too much. I just need to do some revision and study up. Ready for when that happens in... Well, it's still quite a while from now, so I didn't even start thinking about it really until today. I'm not going to think too much about anything for the next couple of days now that that presentation's out of the way. I am glad. I'm glad it's all done. All of that is done, and now I just have to follow up on what I said I was going to do in my presentation. Because the presentation was just saying what I was going to do in my essay, and then in my essay I'm going to actually do the things that I said. In theory. In theory. Let's see if I actually do what I said I was going to do. I so rarely do. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit there. I do things. I do things that I say I'll do. Sometimes. Unless, of course, I guess if I think about the boomerang effect, I would suggest that I do everything that I would say I was going to do. But I think that only the boomerang effect only really applies to things I want to do. Or things that I want to do deep down. Sometimes I have to delude myself into thinking I don't want to do something in order to... Then I guess some of it's just closure and the compulsive need to finish things. I don't know. I don't know. We're 80%. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. We get paid like a fair sum for this. But we could have picked the easier options, yes. But I wanted something more interesting to start the stream with. We'll probably go for the easy options after this, unless we get some dinosaurs. Then that would be pretty cool. Or some Stonehenge. One or the other. I feel like I must have, if I'd only have bought them if there were achievements attached to them. So I assume there must be some achievements associated with the those DLC that I bought. There must be some achievements. But I'm yet to discover what they are. We're just vibing for now. For now. Yes, I do have the Dino Pack. Yes, I got the Dino Pack, I got the Ancient Britain Pack. I don't have the Heritage Pack. I think part of it was that if I was going to commit to playing this game and doing achievements, epic achievements don't fill me with any joy, really. And I haven't purchased anything on the Epic Store before, and I want to leave it that way. Even my Fortnite days, I did not spend a single penny on Epic Games. They shall not receive my money. Nothing necessarily personal. It's just a streak that I don't intend to break at this time. That bike, I might have just cut a hole in it in the wheels a little bit. We destroyed a flower, Lucas. I'd say you should know better, but I'm sure you did it on purpose. We'll see if we'll see what we can. You destroyed another flower, Lucas. Another one. You're gonna go on some lists, Lucas. Let's just finish off this. Farewell. Let's see, what else? What else is there? I'm sort of in a dual problem of trying not to sort of throw just all my ideas at the wall and do everything all at once. And also I'm struggling to fill the schedule. For example, I've stuck this in there. There wasn't any reason this had to be on. I just thought it's been a while, I'll give it a go. There wasn't a reason to play this. There doesn't have to be a reason to play anything, but that's why we're introducing quite a lot of new titles to the lore in the next few streams. But we also have like Planet Zoo and stuff like that. Planet Zoo is a game I'm trying to beat this year, in terms of achievements. That's sort of that's part of the reason for that, but oh, there's a thing down here. Okay, I thought there had to be somewhere big that needed some grass cutting, because okay, here we go. There just seemed like a lot of percentage just for kind of the under the houses and that kind of stuff. Okay. This makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so we're playing, I think, Minecraft tomorrow. And not, yes, tomorrow, indeed, tomorrow. Not, it is next stream, and it's tomorrow. After I cut the grass, we're gonna be going on an adventure. A familiar adventure. We're gonna be going village to village. And our aim is to find a villager that is going to trade mending with us. So we're gonna take some emeralds. If we can find some villagers who will give us lots of emeralds as well, that's good. I sort of want to know what the trading scene is like in some of these different villages we have. And we can also sort of think about where we might put the pathways, the roads that are going to go between the villages. And we're probably going to go west first. There's a lot of villages west. We've seen a lot that way. And we can kind of work out the route that the path might go in. That'll be a big project one day to get a path in place, but... well, a road. A proper road. But it would be really cool. But mending is what I really want, because it'd be really nice to be able to have our tools not break on us. I have an attachment to my tools. I want to reduce the amount of diamonds we're going to have to waste making tools. So there's a lot of factors. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. We're gonna go park up the... we're gonna park it up. Oh no, there's a whole section over here. Never mind. I'm discrediting myself for how much work I've done. I was assuming that I'd managed to miss, like, over 3% of grass just across the rest of the place, but most of it's over here. I've done a pretty good job. Yeah, but getting mending, that'd be nice. I haven't done that before. I haven't really done much trading with villagers before. I don't know if we've got an achievement for that yet, an advancement rather. That'll be a good thing to do. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. Unless there's anything out here. We're gonna go... I'm gonna take this up here. There we go. And we're gonna take this. We need to get to just 99%. Okay, we're pretty close. All we have to do is find the areas that we couldn't really get to. And that should be a good job for us. We're at about the time it expected us to take to complete this task. It feels nice to know that we've cut the grass in this place. That we've been so many times. I'm sure our company's been here before to cut the grass, but mostly we've just been here to do some trash collection. We're not making fast progress here. But we're getting there. It's all about those last few percentage points. This is a pretty intensive spot. I'm gonna get a bit of grass here, only 3% to go. Wouldn't follow these. The border of this. Still a bit to do here. Come on, take us to 0.8%. Come on. Oh, there's quite a lot over here to go. There's gotta be something somewhere that makes sense for us to be able to grab a little bit of percentage. Ah, here looks good. That's 0.8. That's 0.9. This will be an easy 90% over here. There we go. We can leave now. Good old job. It only took us an hour. It's not even going to take me that long to cut the grass when I go outside tomorrow. I've really suggested I'm going to do that, haven't I? We don't know if I will. Hell yeah. What a job. Look at all the money we made. Wow, we only lost £23 overall from what we were about estimated. So that's brilliant. Then Grayson made us another 1,000. Ethan Carr made us 250-ish. We got an achievement! We've upgraded Windsor Garages to level 1. Our advertising campaign has got us some stuff, some reputation. Weekly loss. Oh, we're repaying a loan. Okay. Okay. We got trusted level 3. Grayson Hill is on holiday today. What? Is there any reason to upgrade? No. I don't think there is. So, we've got a... we have a trash collection, but we also have a DLC one, so I think that would be quite good to... Okay, so we'll send Ethan Carr over to do some eco stuff over there, but then we'll go over to... Oh, is it just litter collection over here as well? Oh, perfect! Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Okay. That's why it's so cheap, why it's not giving us a lot of money. We get to see the new locations. Well, a new location without having to cut grass. Beautiful. Come on, let's do this. We've got 5 minutes to find all 17 objects. No problem for us. We're already at 9. So this is supposed to be like Stonehenge, like that kind of idea. It's a henge, I suppose, and it's got stones. It fits the thing, it just isn't the Stonehenge. 2 to go. One to go. Boom, 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 boom. I sort of don't have a sense of where it might be. But we'll see it soon. There it is. Whoa! Victory to us. Are we over? Where are we? Oh, we're over there. I just want to take a screenshot as all game. Thank you. Hell yeah! We got a whole £40. Pick up 250 objects in ground check phases. Hell yeah, we got an achievement, folks. And Grayson Hill, not Grayson Hill, even Carr got us a lovely £1,214 and 25 pence. They got a few fines for destroying flowers and for collisions, but that's kind of what the company's all about. Grayson Hill's back. Beautiful stuff. So in order to get the biggest place, we need not that much more, actually. Can we take out a loan? But we can. We most certainly can. Why not? You know, why not? And then we can purchase the big HQ. Like, is there a reason we shouldn't do that? We got an achievement, you know? There we are. That's where we're based. Isn't that beautiful? Where's, there we go. I don't suppose we can employ another guy, can we? No, it's a bit of reputation level, but I don't think we can ever do it, in fairness. So we have unlimited slots to have stuff. It's mostly just trash collection day. So I'm gonna set Grayson off. We're gonna have to that should be fine. That should be fine. Let's just do a full repair. Attachment. What was this? What would this do? Featuring the fast recharge rates for the batteries as well as 3 driving modes. No, so that's just information. We could get the battery upgrade. We have money. Why not? Why not? So we've got a mulcher. Is there a reason we shouldn't have that? Ah, so it's one or the other. Okay. But I'd still like to have all those things. Okay. How are the other things doing? You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Okay, but what about attachments, though? You've got that. That's all you can add to that. What about here? That's all you can... Oh, that'd be useful. Why does it say I own... My bad, my bad. Can I just sell that then? Okay. We could even go grab our original guy back. Because I love that little guy. Aww. Get him back. There aren't any attachments. Okay. Anyway. We're gonna send Grayson Hill with that. Difficulty of Sack is a deck with it, width above the recommended range. That's fine. He's good for it. And then we send even Car over there with whatever. He's got this. He's fine. And we're gonna go back over here and do some more of this stuff. It's all about making some money and avoiding cutting the grass in the cutting the grass game. Only 12 objects this time. I can see some of them. I can see quite a lot of them actually. Okay. Where are the dinosaurs, though? I want to see the dinosaurs. And are they real dinosaurs? Or are they fake dinosaurs? Two to go. I tried to jump there. It's not a feature, apparently. I don't know. That shouldn't surprise me. There's a whole epic. Aww. There's more than one. It's insane. Oh, there's probably some stuff over here, isn't there? One to go. Could have been down here. Where are you? Where are you? You remaining little piece of rubbish I need to dispose of. There's one, I think, type of contract we haven't dealt with yet. So I'm hoping maybe we'll encounter that today. Where is this? This final piece of litter. Where are you? Oh, there. I was blending in pretty well. Where is my van? There it is. There it is. Perfect. Yeah! Money, money, small amounts of money. Good. I think that was the plan. I wanted to upgrade the previous location. Just because... Hold on. Downscale to a smaller company HQ is an achievement. We could get an achievement by doing that. So... has to be done, really. We'll get a picture of the old location. But then maybe we can go back. Because we might as well be here, you know? Okay. Okay. Dinosaur? Oh, well, we know where we're going. You say this is that cutting the grass? Ah, damn. That's fine, that's fine. It says it's pretty, we'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna use... Well, let's have a look. We'll get someone over here. On that. I want to use the eco. Might send then Ethan Carr over to do that. Because I want to see the dinosaurs. You know how it is. You know. We've got to see the dinosaurs. That's part of what we're doing here. You know? That's part of what this is all about. I'm interested. Complete any Dino Safari contract in career mode. Complete all 4 Ancient Britain challenges. Complete any of the Ancient Britain career contracts with a night mower. Okay. Okay, so they're not real dinosaurs. They're not, well... I'm not sure how how much effort we're gonna put into this. But I want to see the dinosaurs as all. I think this is just kind of like a... It's a fun thing. But it's animatronic. Which is what I expected. I didn't know if they were going to make it obviously animatronic or not. But I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a... Okay. Just good to know, good to know. It's lore, you know, we need to know what the lore implications are. That requires knowing whether the dinosaurs are real or not. That is an important distinction to make. Where is, rather, the remaining thing that we're after? I wonder. Boom, boom, boom. That's not really helpful. Hello. This way. If it's that last item we got last time, that was really blending in. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna fail to find this. Maybe. Oh, no. It was, and we found it. Okay, let's give it a little bit of a go. They want... They're saying it's gonna not take as long, but they also want a higher percentage. So, we need it like that. No, we need it to do that. We could put it to 590, that's gonna be a lot easier. Okay. Let's get started. We're gonna get a good, maybe... We'll do something. We'll do something. Maybe get to 50% and then call it quits. Something that's gonna get us some money, but not all of it. So we've got 5 more Skylanders games to do Nuzlocke on. Don't know how many of those are going to be extremely difficult. I'm sort of assuming the last 2 are going to be quite difficult. I know Imaginators will be. But then we've also got, once we finish Pikmin, that'll leave us with 3 more Pikmin games to no death. Yep. We've got plenty of Ratchet and Clank games to go around. But I need to get them, and we need to finish the Golden Weapon stuff with the first game, which is stuff we'll pick up on in the next lore stream. Hopefully to a better... we'll get more done this time than last time. What else have we got going on? Well, there's plenty of games I want to play. There's games I've sort of reserved for streaming that will get started. Apparently Tinykin isn't going to take us all that long, which is a bit of a shame, but it should be fun. It should be. I had fun when I played the demo, which may be a sizable chunk of the entire game. I don't know. But we'll play it, we'll get through that. We're playing The Walking Dead. I don't know how many episodes we'll get through a stream, but that's probably going to be going on a little while because they're quite long. But we'll get that 100%ed just because there isn't anything else to do but play the game to get the achievements, to get all of them. Yeah. There's yeah. It's just a case of putting the time into streaming, doing the things, and eventually all the things I want to do with streaming will be being done. But it's sort of an endless list, really. I don't know how long, how many hours we're going to accumulate on stream before I'm done. Quite a few. Maybe it will die when I die. I truly cannot say. But I've been streaming fairly... I've been streaming like most... There's only like 1 month I haven't streamed for. In the whole... from the beginning. And that was very early on as well. We've at least got 1 stream out a month. But usually a few more than that. And I do want to maybe pick it up a little bit. I don't know. It's all a case of what's happening at the time. But we're certainly doing a few in the coming days. Where's the path? Here it is. Don't really know why they want such neat grass in the like a dinosaur safari. But it It is what it is. I just work here. Lucas Fields, what a guy. It would be so funny if he gets entangled in the Sims 4 family tree. I guess we'll wait and see how that all goes. I have no idea. What I do know is I'm sure to... I'm really looking forward to getting into The Sims again. And it's going to be a massive thing, just like Minecraft, and we're probably going to have a stream... one stream dedicated to each, every chapter of streaming. Which might help me a little bit with scheduling streams a bit, but come on. Yeah, I'm just hoping it all goes smoothly, and as soon as we get past the child phase of our Super Sim, I hope they don't decide to launch more DLC that requires us to do that, to do child stuff. If they do that, in fairness, I might just rule it out as a thing. We might, maybe we'll just, yeah, I don't know. Let's rule it out as something we're going to be able to do. Because there's been plenty of things that have only become possible since I've planned this out. Plenty, actually. I've been wanting to do this for many a year. And I've got most of the DLC we're going to need. Well, a lot of the DLC we're going to need immediately. There's some DLC we're going to have to get later to finish it up. Some stuff I haven't yet got because it's not time dependent, whereas the stuff that there's a lot of stuff that the Sims can do once they are an adult, but there's also some stuff that they're not going to be able to do after they have become an adult, and we need to get that stuff done first. So they're going to be a child for quite a while we get all that done. While they do all of that, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve with some of the DLC, I think. Some of it I have no idea what's going on. Most of it, in fact, because I haven't played with the majority of it. So it's going to be a learning opportunity. getting somewhere with this. As I say, probably not going to finish this grass cutting over here. But I will get it started. My blades were damaged. Their ability to cut is now affected. Let me fix my blades. Hope that works out okay. Hello, T-Rex. I don't need to be particularly thorough about my grass cutting as long as I cut some grass. I'll be happy. And so will Lucas, I'm sure. I'm sure he's going to be a little bit unhappy not to finish the job. But that's just what it calls for. Is to just not quite finish what we started. But we should buy a knight. A knight lawnmower and get that achievement. Grab a bunch of achievements. We're gonna have a look for the achievement list, to be fair. See if there's anything that leaps out as something we could do. I know there's at least one achievement. There's one for, I think, using an American vehicle on July 4th. And it's something about that being quite an early... You're not going to have an American vehicle by the first July 4th, and you're not likely to get to a second July 4th, just from normal gameplay, unless you're playing a lot. So if that does happen to be the last achievement I get, I know that there's a save file I can grab that will help me get that. Which I might utilize, I don't know. It depends how frustrating I'm finding playing this game to 100%. There might be a next year grind. I don't know. I'm not putting it on my 2026 grind. That's already quite unlikely to be completed as it is. I've got Red Dead 2 on there. I had Red Dead 1 on there and I finished that. But Red Dead 2 is kind of a different kettle of fish. Is that the expression? I don't know. But I am making progress on it on my second run through. I'm back in chapter 6, which is quite crazy. So that's going to be a great experience. Let's get close to the dinosaur. I want to actually interact with this dinosaur a bit more before we depart. Let's surround it. Let's go on between its legs. Let's go around its little feet. I say little, quite big feet, ultimately, just proportionally quite small. Okay. Let's get a run up and have a good old look at it. There it is. There's the dino. I'm not sure how happy they're going to be with how I'm cutting the grass here. But that's a problem for Lucas, not a problem for Naps. We're gonna have a look at the other dinosaur. Just another T-Rex, of course, but where was it? I think it was down here. Yeah, there it is. Hello. We've already kind of covered this area mostly, but we could go over here to do what I'm assuming is a goat? Yes. Hello, goat. You're not real either. But I know what you're referencing. I'm making a circle around you, goat. Here we go. 8, 9. That's 50%. Let's head home to our HQ. I was briefly sold on, and we went back to the old place briefly, back at the new location where we can have infinite lawnmowers. That's what we truly want out of life. Alrighty! Good. We made a decent sum from that still, though, and our reputation went up. To be fair, we made quite a lot of what we were expected to make. Meanwhile, that didn't go very well for Grayson Hill. Oh, I think it's just because it's to do with the time. It's because I ended quickly as well. Yeah. We're trusted rank 4! Yay! Okay, we're gonna buy 8. There we go. Doesn't have any attachments. But we have it now! Another vehicle! No way we can... No. Okay. Okay. Historic land. I want to know whether sending Grayson Hill to do that is gonna, with the knight, whether that's gonna work out okay. Because I want to not do that if I can help it. Then that is a lot of... Oh, they're giving us a lot of money for stuff. Let's give you that. Let's give you that. And then we're gonna go here. Where we've been many a time. Let's go pick up some rubbish. See if we get that achievement. And then if we don't, we know we're gonna have to do that ourselves. This is the different place. We have been here many times though, still. Okay. 7 to go. 5 to go. 4. 3, 2, for 2 left. 1. There's 1 left. There's 1 left to get. We've got plenty of time left to get it. Okay, I've searched most places now. There it is. Okay. Let's see if we get the achievement. We didn't get the achievement. Okay. Even so... Wait, we didn't get the dinosaur one either. Complete any Dino Safari contract in career mode. Is it because I just didn't finish it? I have to do that personally. Okay, let's have a look through the achievements then. Part exchange a vehicle for a more expensive one. Hand in your first valuable. I don't know what that means. Complete a career contract with a deck 50 centimeters smaller than recommended size. Complete your first park contract. Part exchange a vehicle for a cheaper one. Complete a contract without earning a fine or penalty. Complete one of every kind of contract. Complete a stripping contract. Complete any Dino Safari contract in career mode. Earn the company RP title of professional. So maybe we will be able to employ another one there, but I feel like I read that you can't. Earn a 95% or above stripe rating in a stripe contract and complete the cut. Find the valuable on Druid Tour. Complete any of the Ancient Britain career contract for Night Mower. Find the valuable on the Royal Stones. Complete your first challenge. Earn the company RP title of Esteemed. Bring a company on the brink of bankruptcy back into profit. Find the valuable in Cretaceous Canyon. Find the valuable in Raptor Enclosure. Earn the company RP title of Distinguished. Complete 100 contracts. Find the valuable, blah blah blah. Complete an overgrown contract on the Raptor Paddock in career mode. 100 miles. Train an employee from apprentice to expert. Valuable. Own all original mowers. Find the valuable, blah blah blah. So there's valuables. There are valuables in a bunch of the maps. Use an American-made mower to complete a contract. On the 4th of July in career mode. Find a valuable, complete all expert, completing a career contract on either Millview or Park or Ruskull Quarry Park. That. Find all the valuables. Okay. I assume that that's from the new DLC, which means I may have to purchase that. Okay, let's see what is happening. We're in April. Okay. Oh, I think it's that in 2021, July 4th is on a weekend, so you don't get to it. Yeah. So it skips over July 4th. That's it. Yeah. Ah. Okay, well we could get some achievements here then. We could... we could part exchange this for the night, and then part exchange the night for that, and get 2 achievements that way. Cool. Good. Okay, let's send... And then we'll go to this. Just go on a little bit longer. I'm not being particularly methodical about this. Halfway. Getting there, getting there. 4 to go. Three, 2, 1. Again, it's going to be the tricky part. It's working out what I haven't looked at. Okay. It's kind of surprised me that I didn't hide anything down here. Okay. There it is. Good, good, good. Money, money. Recommended cut times 20 minutes. We could probably do that. Look at the night. Okay. And then let's set you there. Not you, you. That should be you. Oh yeah, let's cut some grass. This might be our last bit. We're gonna try and do the night thing. Shouldn't take us too long to 100% this. See if we can avoid any casualties of the flowers, shall we? There we go. They want 78. Okay, let's do 7 then. Sorry. There we go. There we go. But what I'm gonna do is be careful. Gonna be very careful Let's see what we can do here. Then we can grab a couple achievements if that's true. A bit close for comfort there. I want to do the majority of it with this, but there's going to be a bare amount left over for us to do with the strimmer. That's okay. We'll manage. So the big old garden. We didn't get any, I don't think we had any problems there. Okay, let's start doing the next row. Here we go. Nice and peaceful. We're just cutting the grass. This is gonna. He's being assessed for this one. Clearly, he's doing it very calmly. The whole company rests upon this moment. Yeah, we're about a quarter of the way through. Normally 5 minutes in, so it all kind of adds up. But that last stage with the strimmer is going to take a while, I think. We're going to try and get this perfect. Was collisions part of it? I don't know. That might have been a penalty. Maybe it's best to assume it's not, but I think it was. I think we've probably just done another one. Whoops. See how well we can do still. We're still getting an achievement for completing this, we gotta remember. We still have to complete it. So we might as well try and do as good of a job as we can. Bit of a shame if that is a fine. I think it is. I think it's a penalty at least. But again, let's just try our best here. I think if we've screwed up before, we've screwed up again. There. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Whoops. I'm hoping that's... I mean, that's going to damage the vehicle, of course. I just hope it's not damaging the things it's hitting, but that would be... Yeah, I think we've screwed up a bit, but it's okay. Whatever happens, happens. What will be, will be. He's got to... Lucas has reached the success he's always wanted, I think, so... I'm at cruise... I have cruise control on. Oh, I didn't even... I didn't even realize! That makes a lot of sense, though. We're getting somewhere. I'm just too focused to say anything. I feel like I haven't said anything in a while. We're getting there, guys. As I say, we'll play Minecraft tomorrow. And that'll be a good time, I think. I hope so. I hope we find mending. If we do, that'll be real good. If we don't, that's fine as well. We've got plenty of, like, see, we can always make a villager trading hall, and we will eventually. I sort of want to find an ethical way of doing that, and I think I've found one. It's just a case of building it, but I don't think I want to do much else without mending. And there is reason to have qualms about getting mending, and I think it does make the game a little bit easier. But it's a thing to do. It's a thing to get. Certainly now, before they lock it probably onto the swamp villagers, which I think is probably ultimately a good idea. Even so, we're gonna exploit the system whilst it's exploitable. Yeah. Okay. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to... We did that grinding, finishing off some of the old projects. That was really good. And now we can get started with some new stuff, like getting the mending book, which is a relatively new thing I want. I hadn't really considered it something I needed until recently, I believe. It's not short term, but really it is the next step, I think. If I can get that, that's going to be a real big help. That being said, I'm sort of thinking with like the armor trims and stuff. Obviously there's a lot of combinations you can make with the armor trims. And that is something at the back of my mind, of course. I'm sort of thinking maybe for different eras of the... As we're in different stages of development, I might put some armor trim on my armor. We'll keep an eye out while we don't have mending to check that it's not about to break, and then we can just put it up on an armor stand when it's about to, when we're ready to retire it, when we're ready to have something new. I think then we can have a little hall of fame with the armor. And that would be quite nice. We've got a couple different armor trims now. We want to keep one of each reserved to create more. So that we never run out. However, I think we shouldn't just hoard them. We should have some fun with them. Make some armor. We can even name the armor, you know? Make a museum. Like a royal museum, I guess. I don't know how I turned cruise control on. I don't know how I'm gonna turn it off. I haven't managed to think that far ahead. Well, I didn't turn it on intentionally. But it has been quite useful. We're really getting there. I don't think we've avoided the fines, but we've done a good job. We've done a good job, haven't we, Lucas? Yes, yes, Okay. Okay. Good. About to hit 90%, which is excellent news. It means we've done pretty well. I need to learn how to turn cruise control off. Tab. Okay. Good to know. go. Okay. Let's try. Do we need to get 99.5? This might take a while. We're still being careful because we don't. Oh, never mind. Well, I said that at very much the wrong time. Okay. We just destroyed a flower. We're now screwed. My bad. Now we just have to get to the end and suck it up. And then that'll be the end of stream, I think. I'm gonna order some food and watch some Doctor Who. It's gonna be incredible. What a life I lead. But I do need to finish this stealthy achievement. Not that it's a difficult achievement, just that we've come this far. We're trying to multitask some achievements. We failed at that, as far as I'm aware. Though, we may end up getting another achievement incidentally. Got me realizing that that was what was gonna happen. If the only thing is that flower, I'm gonna be annoyed. But we did already sort of think that we've probably lost the achievement already. There's another flower. Makes me feel a bit better. But it was just going to happen later anyway. But we are being a little bit more careless now that I've already ruined it. Really, we could go over this with a lawnmower now, but I want to avoid doing that. I want to know whether we made any mistakes. Might be easier just to do it on a easier map, though. But it would have been nice, though. Well, I'll get it eventually, you know. I'll get that achievement on my own time now. At another day, probably in another year. I'll put it on my 2027 list of games to 100% maybe. Try and really uplift my Steam library with 100% rather than buying new games. If I can. Really getting somewhere. Lucas just couldn't help himself with the flowers. He knows what he likes, and he likes killing plants. Plenty more to do. A lot over here. .5% left. It's a lot more than I really want there to be left, but we'll get through it and then it'll be over. At some point we'll probably play the Power Wash game. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's sort of a similar style game, I suppose, but the progress you make is a lot more satisfying, and there's lore. So I've been told there's lore, and that thrills me. There's got to be somewhere with just a bunch of stuff I can... Come on. I'm not missing like a... No, there's no way I'm missing a whole patch of grass, but... I feel like there must be a big bit of mist grass somewhere. Right over there. Yeah, this is good. 1% to go. 0.9. 0.8. 0.7. No. I can 0.7. There we go. 0.6. 0.5. Point 4.3. And this will do nicely. 0.2. 0.1. There we go. And we got fined, but it's okay. Hope if we don't get this achievement for using the knight, I'm going to scream. Okay, we got the achievement. It's fine. We're at trusted rank 5. Even Car is on a holiday. Okay. I think that's where we're gonna leave it. We've managed to get a few achievements today. So that's good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 achievements today, which is a considerable amount considering we have 22 in total. And there's 58 altogether, so that was a good thing. We've done well. Yeah, oh yeah. There are the challenges, and I'm gonna have to go through those, I suppose. I see. Okay, so it's about the refueling. Yeah, so there's a certain amount of fuel, a certain amount of time. Okay. Is that the only two? And then these are... That's... a stripe, okay. Okay. Alright. Don't really want to close it until it's done loading. Ooh, there we go. Okay, that was that. That was all right. That was all right. Bit of a shorter stream. What's the average looking like these days? Well, last stream will have increased the average a bit, but about 3.5 hours is the average. This is not going. This is under our average length for stream, but that's fine because we'll probably be spending quite a long time in Minecraft tomorrow. That's okay. Yeah, that's been me. Can we raid anyone? I doubt it. Mm, mm, mm. I don't have the energy to raid, so I'm gonna bid farewell. I've been Naps.